Yeah. Welcome to Joe's Atmosphere.
Cook your shrimp, please. All of a sudden, my shrimp pan is burning up like a smoke fest.
Okay. Welcome to a special Papa Joe Gamer Up Way Too Late, the Privateer Edition. Welcome. It's actually the 5th of July right now, but as far as I'm concerned, it's still the 4th of July until I go to bed. Welcome aboard. This is Papa Joe Gamer. I am ready to go for some DCUO with the Privateer tonight. What's going on? You know I've always got Supergirl over my left, my logo over to my right, and it's good to see you guys. Happy Independence Day. Got the tri-cornered hat on. I'm ready to go. Let's get into some DC Universe. Tonight we're only playing games where the Privateer is a character. So I think the lineup, unless you guys want to do something different, I'm going to do DCUO. I'm going to do WWE. And then I'm going to do probably, I would say it's going to be Star Trek Online probably. There's a couple other things where he's the Privateer is a character in there, but they're the most fun to me. So how are you guys doing tonight? Let's toast to our independence, boys and girls. Let's toast to that. I've got my Jack Daniels here in my Biloxi, Mississippi shot glass. I hope you got one to do with me. Let's hear it for the United States of America, one of the greatest experiments ever invented. Hey, what's going on, Mudbug? Good to see you, Don. Good to see you. Toasting the United States on the 4th of July. Oh. All right, let's do this. Let's see what's going on in DCUO tonight. We got a summer event we can play with. Not much, just chilling. I hear you, man. I'm going to do nothing but play games that have the Privateer in them. This one is DCUO. It's DC Universe Online. It's a game I enjoy a lot. Booster bundles are back. Yeah, they're trying to get you to buy stuff. But yeah, the Privateer is a character on here, man. I've played this game for almost 11 years. As you can see, he's a pirate. This is his DPS look, but his classic look, the one you'll see in the comic books, is right here. But he'll have a tri-cornered hat on. See, he's got his flintlock on his hip. He's got his musket. All right. And instead of a star on his back, he'll have the 13 colonies flag symbol. You know, the 13 stars on his back. But anyway, let's see what's going on, shall we? First of all, we got to, you know what we got to do first of all, guys? We got to check our rewards. We got to check our rewards, see what's going on there. Open the daily rewards menu, which I haven't done in weeks, so there's no telling what's in here. There's no telling what I just got. Let's see if we got anything good. Oh my gosh, I got an inventory to do. Good Lord. Okay, let's get back to the house. We're going to warp to the house real quick and clean up this inventory. This is the unfortunate thing about MMOs, man. You have to clean up your inventory all the damn time. It's ridiculous. It really is. Let me check and see. If there's a DC Universe superhero you want to see some of the storyline of, let me know, man. I'll be glad to play that content. You guys just let me know. Of course, my mentor in this game is Batman. He's my favorite. of the DC Universe guys. I dig Superman and all that shit, but yeah, Batman's my guy. I just dig him. Let's see if we can use that down here. I'm going to do this as quick as I can, guys. I know it's boring as fuck to watch somebody do inventory. Is that a dominance or is that a... Or is that a vibrant one? Let's see. Let's see if any of my buddies are on tonight. Let me check my friends list. Oh yeah, Kizzy's on. Let's see, Till. Send him a tell, let him know that I'm on and streaming. Shoot, messed it up. Now you may hear some echo in their voices, guys. Let's see, tacos. He's in tacos. All right. Hey, man, what's going on? Okay, cool. Do you want me to put your voice on the stream or no? All right. I know the folks would love to hear you on the chat, so let me They would, man. They would. You're fucking great, dude. Let's see. Yeah, I'm doing a special privateer show. I'm doing nothing but games with the privateer in them. So I'm going to do this, and I think I'm going to do WWE next, and then I think I'm going to do Star Trek Online last. I mean, I could play Madden for my last hour if I wanted to. I mean, my whole team is called the Privateers, so, you know, I could do that too. But, let's see.
Championship game?
No, I did not. Who won it? Did Birmingham win it? Did the kid from LA Tech win it, or?
Yes.
Hang on. I've got to turn this
won it.
down so you're not echoing too bad. I just want to make sure I got you in there. Go ahead. Say something.
I said yes, Birmingham won the game.
Okay. Gotcha. All right.
But they were saying that if the USFL is trying to be the NFL, they did a really bang-up job by fixing the championship game.
Oh, my God. Really? Was it that bad?
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
They were playing the Stars.
Yes.
Well, Knock did.
Yes.
I'll talk to him. He's been all over Birmingham since it started. He watches everything football. I thought I was bad, and that guy is ate up with it, man. There's a fan league apparently that Terrell Owens and Michael Vick have played in.
Yeah.
A fan controlled league. He's watched that.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat. But he watches all that shit, man. He overdoses on football. He's a nutbag. But yeah,
Bo Scarborough was the running back for the Birmingham Stallions.
Okay.
And God, I can't remember Scooby's last name, but his real name is actually Scooby. He's a linebacker. Came out of Arizona.
Right.
I wanted Dallas to pick him up, and they didn't. Because of an injury, he fell to the 7th round.
Right.
He sealed the win for him. Pick 6.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. The guy that they basically made the face of that league from the beginning of it got a pick six in the
With
game.
Scooby?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that was the face.
Well,
of the
I
league.
mean, if you watched, I watched opening weekend quite a bit. I really
I
did.
haven't.
I paid attention to it because it's football. I wanted to see. I mean, because some of the funnest things growing up, man, was going to Steamers games and stuff like that. The NFL is not the only football out there, And, well, you know that. I mean, Don, if you, I'm sure you haven't heard this guy's voice before. I'm talking to my chat now on Twitch. There's a guy that I worked with at Libby that watches me at night. And
Gotcha.
anyway, my buddy Dallas here, he's a Longhorns fan, and I'm a Oklahoma Sooners fan. And so, we always are ragging on each other about our teams and stuff. But we actually pull for each other. I mean, we want to see each other do well because it makes us be better, both teams. Yeah. So, but yeah, man, that's amazing because he was one of the guys that they showed a lot of. He was one of the guys that they really promoted when they started the league. Was Scobie? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big time. That's cool, man. That's cool. He got a pick six to seal the deal, did he? Wow.
Yeah.
That's
They
very
ended up winning
cool,
the
man.
Championship 33-30.
33-30? They only won by a field goal? Wow.
Yeah.
With all the rules they put in for different
But
points that you could get, it was won by 3 points. That's funny.
There were fans screaming that don't like either team.
Yeah.
That the fix was in. That you could tell by the calls the referees were.
They're
going
to scream that anyway. Every game was played in Birmingham anyway. I mean, they had home field advantage the whole time.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, it's they can kiss ass. This is what they can do. A pick six is not easy to do, unless there was guys diving for the ground.
Yeah.
I would say that good job, young fella, good job.
Livid just texted me.
Okay.
Wanted to know if I had heard from Ryan, because you know that Ryan lives in the Chicago area.
Yeah.
Apparently there was a
shooting there today. Yeah, it was in an affluent neighborhood too, from what I understand.
Yeah.
That's why it's not getting much play.
He hasn't been on.
Yeah. Well, let's say a prayer for him. I mean, have you checked his channel? I don't have his channel anymore. I don't. Yeah, I don't have it. I'm.
Oh, trust me. You know me. I've got just about all his characters on my friends list.
Right.
He's not on PSN. He's not.
Yeah. Well, I follow him on PSN. I haven't seen him on there, so yeah. We're still friends on PSN, so.
Yeah.
Um,
Let's see.
Man, I have got a bunch of. I signed on, and I've got a shitload of inventory sitting here. God, I hate this tank. The one thing I hate about this game is the logistics side of it. They should have a button that says "dump shit," and let you set the parameters for it. You know what I mean? Because let's see, Jordan Joe Johnson. Hey, what's going on, Jordan? How you doing? Good to see you. Happy July 4th. Or actually, we're on the 5th, but hey, man, what's going on? Let's see. And yes, Jordan, I'm going to be played in WWE in the next hour. So, he's a wrestling fan, that guy there. Let's see.
Oh.
Yeah, I've got. I hate it. The last time I was on, I didn't clean my inventory, so I got a buttload of shit I got to get rid of. Doesn't this suck? Anyway, man, how are you? I'm sure you're excited to find out what the hell is wrong with your legs, right?
That yes and no. I don't know which I'm more apprehensive about. What they find or what they don't find.
I hear you. Yeah. By the way, guys, this is my best buddy in the entire world right here, Mr.
Hey, everybody.
Mr. Dallas. Let's see. Do you think I could use one of your comic book characters in my comic or something similar? No. I am just getting started with it. You cannot use anything that is part of my atmosphere. That's why we call it Joe's atmosphere. Yes, this is my atmosphere. Stay out of it. Create your own thing. Yes. Aw, really? He's saying, aw, really? This kid's like 19, man. Maybe similar design. No, you can't. And if I see it, I'm going to come after you, bud. That's why I'm documenting everything on Twitch. So it's out there. People know it's mine. Do not do anything like it. Okay?
One of the most... One of the best things you can do from a creative stance, one of the most fulfilling things you can do from a creative stance, is to create something that's your own, that's absolutely original. So there's two sides to that coin. Take
Right.
the pride in creating your own, and don't take something from somebody else that has
Exactly. Yeah.
the
You don't
pride
ever
in
steal
creating
an IP. You don't ever steal intellectual property. You don't ever do that. But Jordan Joe Johnson, he says, "Hey, can I see your comic book posters you had made?" Yeah, man. Go back and watch the videos. It's all been documented on YouTube and Twitch. And if you use any of it, you're in trouble. I will see it. My boys have eyes everywhere. Okay? You can't use my stuff. No, the privateer is all mine. Okay? America's Pirate Patriot is all mine. It's well documented. It's been documented for how long now, Chris? Well, on the internet, it's been documented for about 10 years. But I started writing this thing back in the 90s. So... You know, you go ahead, Joe Johnson. If you want to get in trouble, go ahead, but don't do that. It's not, and it's, you know, I'm flattered that you want to use my stuff. That's great, but I'm trying to get things started up for myself. Okay, so you don't want to step on that.
A better way to have approached him, man, would have been like, hey, man, I really like your characters. I really like your universe you're building. Could you give me some insight or some help? And maybe some direction on where I could go with mine. A little bit better. Comes across a little bit better.
He's all right, man.
I use your shit.
He is just, yeah, right. Hey, man, he's a younger guy. The one thing they are is blunt. They're going to tell you what's up. So, yeah.
Well,
I appreciate that.
see,
but yes, I appreciate the flattery, but no, you can't use it, man. But anyway, yeah, we just ordered the posters, by the way, Chris. You'll have one here. I think we're supposed to take delivery on the 11th of this month.
The what? I'm sorry?
The posters. The first thing I did. You haven't watched any of the stuff I've done, have you?
Dude,
I send you links all the time, and my best brother in the entire world doesn't even come in and say hi to me on the streams. He never does. I do it 3 days a week, and he doesn't do it. It's because he's busy. I know he is, but let's see. But if it's similar, it's not copyright. To be fair, yes, if it's 10% different from mine, you're okay. But I'll tell you what, man, if you're anywhere near the realm, you're in trouble. You should come up with your own thing, bro. Okay? Really. Don't be stealing from me. Don't do that. Okay?
Dude,
that would not be cool.
Your best buddy's girlfriend?
Huh?
That's what this is like, going and stealing your best buddy's girlfriend.
Right? You don't want to do that, man. You don't want to be the guy that does that. And trust me, what you're doing right now is going to be documented on YouTube forever.
Dude,
so when you use
exactly what you're going to do.
Yeah. I mean, you're telling us what you're doing. So your comic idea is just so good. Yeah, I know, Joe. I understand, Jordan Joe Johnson. I appreciate it. And guys like Dallas here have been telling me it for years. And he'll tell you he has not seen me on this game, which I played daily for how long? A decade?
Yeah,
Chris? and I play it about once a month now because I'm so busy
What's
with
this
the comic
kid's
book.
name?
Huh?
What's this kid's name?
This guy's name is Jordan Joe Johnson on Twitch.
Okay, well, first off, right there, you should never trust a guy with 3 J's. J. Jonah Jameson? I mean, hello.
Triple J.
Yeah.
He's a wrestling fan.
Jeff Jarrett.
You should use that as a name, brother. Triple J. What's up? Yes.
Yeah. Jeff Jarrett.
But anyway, yeah, I'm flattered, brother, but don't do any of that. That's not cool. And Don's laughing. Don's my age. Don probably knows you, man. He used to hang out at the Malibu a long time ago, like when we first opened it.
Did I
Yeah.
have to kick him out? 'Cause remember I
No,
just
you wouldn't have had to
started
kick this guy out. He was a loyal customer, brought his wife there all the time, and had a good time, man. Yeah. By the way, Don, Dallas was a bouncer at the Malibu for a little while,
Malibu,
so
Planet
you might have run
Soul.
into him. So.
Yeah, Malibu, Planet Soul, and polyesters. Yeah, half a dozen of them. A couple of the, let's just say, male-friendly clubs in town.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep. There it is. What's up?
And Texas or Louisiana, Texas, Arizona, and Nevada. That covered 4 out of the 5 states across the Southwest right there.
Yep.
But the only one I didn't get was New Mexico.
Yeah, he's been around, but yeah, Don, you probably don't know him because you never got in trouble. Don was one of the guys. He was cool as shit. He's one of the guys who used to tip the hell out of me. Just wanted his drinks on time. You know, was always bullshitting. He's a good fellow.
Yeah.
If you get a chance, Chris, set you up a Twitch account. Even if you're not going to use it, I'll set you up as an
have
admin,
one.
and you can watch the chat for me while I'm doing
one.
this. Huh?
I have one.
Do you ever use it?
I
Do you
have-
ever watch? Do you ever broadcast?
I use it all the time though. Every time I log on to Red Dead, it tells me they're giving me free shit for having a Twitch account.
Well, hell yeah.
there you
Well,
go.
you must have Prime too, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the Prime account. Yeah, you get free stuff. I just got some Ultimate Team cards the other day off of it. Yeah.
Oh, by the
Yeah.
way, I think
Dude, let me tell you, I've only streamed on this show. You know, my Papa Joe Gamer up way too late on my days off. I've only streamed Red Dead Revolver once,
Red Dead
and I'll be
Revolver, Red Dead
damned,
Redemption.
it's the video that's got the most fucking views.
Oh my, Red Dead Revolver or Red Dead Redemption?
Red Dead
1 or
Redemption 2. You know that's the only one I've played.
There.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, you said Revolver, so I had to clarify. Yes. So.
Please enlighten me with your best Malibu stories, dude. Oh
Oh, my
God,
best
that's a
one?
long list,
My-
man.
my-
That's a
hold
long
on.
list.
My best one. My
Dude.
best one is I got
Okay,
transferred
look,
from
before you start
Malibu
that,
down to
Chris,
Planet Soul.
hold that thought. Hold that thought. I'm going to group you up. Let's go run a duo, whatever you need. But let's get something going on the screen while you talk, okay? Let's do
Okay,
that.
Sure.
Let's see. Invite to group. Yeah, Don's waiting with bated breath. He just said, oh, boy. Do you need anything?
Can I? No. Run whatever you will at your
Okay.
leisure.
All right, go.
So, started off bouncing down at Malibu, and me and Brian Lamb
Oh, boy.
didn't really see eye to eye.
Another
Both
son of
our
a
fathers
cop
were on
just
the
like
police-
you. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Exactly. Both of our fathers were on the police department, and actually I went to work for his dad at the police department later on, but that's another story.
Yeah.
So, Brian sends me and a couple other guys down to Planet Soul, the teeny bopper club down the street that they also owned. Because apparently things were getting a little unruly down there and whatnot, and they needed
Ready
some
up,
people
baby,
down
let's
there
go.
That could handle it. And so I'm working down there, and Joe tells me one night, "Hey man, when you get off, come up. Come up. I'll get you a beer." So I go strut my way up there, and I had talked to Joe at this point in the bar a couple of times, never out of the bar, whatnot, and so walk up to the bar, and there's a whole bunch of people outside the bar, the club, whatever you want to call it. And this chick just starts hitting on me, and I'm just like, whatever. I'm going here to see my buddy.
Oh, did I friggin' set up for the alert? Oh shit. Okay.
You did.
Should I go controller or?
No. Hell,
Okay.
As a matter of fact, here I'll go tank.
Well, shit, I'll go controller then. You need power for that. Come on, let's do it.
No, I'm fine.
Whatever.
Trust me, I'm good. Anyway, so I go into the bar, and I'm sitting there, and I tell Joe what I want to drink and whatnot, and lo and behold, here comes the chick that was hitting on me outside the bar, and she walks behind the bar and gives him a big old fat one, and he goes, "Hey man, have you met my wife yet?" Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah. That I've told people
so-
several times, man. Let's see. Planet Soul used to be the Malibu moved to from the alley. Is what? Yeah, absolutely. Don's right about that. He's talking about how when we had Malibu at the main place by Texas Street Bridge,
Breakdown.
that Planet Soul was where we moved to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's it. You got it, Don.
Yeah. So anyway.
Yep. Yeah. My wife at the time was macking on
Drunk
my bro.
Rush.
Yeah. Didn't even know it. And Jordan Joe Johnson's sitting here laughing.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
had a buddy of ours named Scott.
Oh my
And
God,
Scott
no.
is 6 foot tall, maybe $125. I mean, just weighs nothing. And Scott was, well, he had the title of bouncer. He should have the title of punching bag.
Yeah, pretty much. This
And
guy got
Scott-
nuked
Scott
every
was down
time.
there with us. Well,
Hey, what's
Scott
up,
and I used
Lunatic?
to-
Hey, man, Sears is in here, Chris. He watches me too.
Oh, Sears.
Lunatic just showed up. His name's Lunatic on Twitch. If you hear me say Lunatic, that's
Gotcha.
Sears. Yep.
All right. So
Yep.
anyway, we're sitting there, and Scott and I would stand on top of the speakers, around the dance floor, making sure nobody did anything stupid around the dance floor. They did the mosh pit crap and whatnot, and yeah. So we're sitting there, and Scott gets on the radio. "Hey, I'm going to get a drink. You want something?" I'm like, "Sure, grab me something." So about 5 minutes later goes by.
Sorry, guys,
I
I've heard
turn
this one.
around. I turn around, and there's this massive humanity, just this pile of people. And I call it out on the radio. We all go running, right, to get this pile of people separated. It's a Donnybrook. It's a fight.
Yeah.
And get
Throwing
to the
down.
bottom of this pile, and there's Scott getting his ass kicked by a bunch of teenage kids. It was fucking hilarious.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I can just imagine. Yeah, Scott. If you knew this guy, he just he's the most nicest guy. He's got your
he's
back and blah blah blah, and he's all about himself, man. When you're not looking, he's stealing your girl. He's just he's-
Exactly. That's
yeah,
why
he's-
I threatened to kill him and
Yeah.
kick his ass to the curb.
It's a shame. We're not going to get into those
Scott ain't a
details here
movie.
on the internet, but it's a shame. The
Yeah.
guy is the victim of his own addictions, and that's just the way it is. So, anyway.
I was renting a house one block over from Joe. I did it for years. And
Yep.
Scott needed a place to stay, so I let him move in. And that was a 3-bedroom house, just me. And so he moves in, and then next thing you know, my girlfriend's moving in, his girlfriend's moving in, and I'm working a day job doing sheet metal work for a company, and I end up having to go down to Baton Rouge on a job for a couple of days, and I get a call from Scott's girlfriend. I just caught my girlfriend and Scott, in bed together. I got back to the house that weekend and told Scott he had 3 hours to get all his shit packed up and get the hell up out of my house before I killed him.
Yeah.
I called her.
Was that Cricket?
His girlfriend, my girlfriend. Yes, it was Cricket.
Yeah.
You never date a girl with a name, even a
Never
nickname.
date a girl with a stripper's name. Don't do it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not good.
Ever.
It's not good. She'll end up being a
So-
stripper.
Yes.
He took the
anyway,
spot.
So
Who took
What's
the
that?
spot of the Malibu? Right now, I think a place called the Warehouse has that place. I think.
Yeah, I don't know.
Shit,
It's
I don't.
changed hands.
Don, I haven't been in a club. I don't know how long, but I do know.
Yeah.
I do know what Timmy Huck's doing these days, though. Look at this. I'm getting slung everywhere, Chris. You're the tank, and I'm getting fucking blown up. What the hell?
Well, it's
He
good
just
for
threw
you.
me around like I was a bitch. What the hell?
Well, it's fitting. Yeah. Anyway.
That's fitting, is it? Okay, I
Yeah,
see.
So
Oh my
I get
God.
back to the house. I give him his 3-hour warning, get your shit out of the house before I kill you. And then I turn around and call her and tell her she's got the same length of time. Well, Scott manages to get his shit out, and she doesn't show up. So I pull all her stuff out of the house, pile it on the side of the street right there, and proceed to burn it. Well, she shows up as it's on fire, calls the fire department. Fire department shows up, police department shows up. I tell them exactly what I've done. They looked at her and said, well, ma'am, we could cite him for burning inside the city limits, but I think that's all we're going to do is maybe issue him a warning for it. And, yeah.
Yikes.
So,
Had your own fireworks going on. They're talking about doing fireworks. They're talking to each other in the chat about 4th of July activities. But anyway, yeah, Chris, yeah, that was crazy. Scott, but that brings to mind. I got to thinking the last time I ran into him was at GeekCon. He was working security, and the last time I was down there. Wait a minute now, Chris. The last time I was down there was for Barkus and Meow's Jazz Brunch, which most Mardi Gras crews have a ball, okay? And
yeah.
the Barkus and Meow guys have an afternoon brunch, okay? So we're down there. Basically, when you're ready to go back to work, I have a contact at the Shreveport Convention Center if you want to get back into security. An old friend from Cowboys days, a guy you don't even know, is running things down there.
Because you were talking about Scott and you shifted gears. So
Yeah. Well,
like,
what
no.
made me think of it was the very place that I ran into him last was what I'm talking about now, the Shreveport Convention Center. And that's not the contact I'm talking about. It's a guy named Gary Gio. He used to work at Cowboys back in the day, in the 80s. Actually, he worked there in the 90s. He was a customer back in the 80s. But he ended up working there in the 90s, and he's running security down at the Shreveport Convention Center now. So, you know, I'm just saying, when you're ready to get back to work, there's a contact if we need to draw on it. So,
Gotcha.
there you go.
Cool deal.
Yeah. He's a good guy, too.
Cool deal.
He's a great dude. I couldn't believe it when I saw him. He's a dwarf, man. He's like 5 feet tall. And he's working security.
Joe keeps referencing when I'm able to get back to work. I tore up my hip and my shoulder within 3 weeks of each other 3 years ago. Took about that long for one hip surgery, 2 shoulder surgeries to recover, and managed to recover. Finally got back to work. Took a job working at the local liquor store chain, working the drive-thru, no problems. Took a part-time job at Bass Pro and working upstairs in the camouflage section, and a kid about 3 foot tall, maybe 4 foot tall, comes crawling through the clothing, and to keep from trampling this kid as I'm going from one part of the clothing section to the next, I throw on the brakes. Hyperextend both knees, screw up my meniscus in both knees, and my hamstrings. And this happened last September. I haven't been back to work since. So I've been fighting with the insurance
He got
company, and
steamrolled.
they're
Yeah.
Yeah. So finally they're going to let me go get arthroscopic scopes done.
And he's had to fight for the shit. It's ridiculous, guys. When you get hurt at work, make sure you've got the number of a lawyer because you will get screwed. No doubt.
I would suggest calling a lawyer from day one. I mean, the minute you get
I
hurt,
mean,
pick the phone up and call a lawyer.
Man, it's bad.
It's cheaper to pay him the 20-25% or whatever he's going to charge you than it is to have to turn around and go get a lawyer after the fact and have that lawyer have to backtrack over everything that should have been done.
Yeah.
Luckily, I'm prior law enforcement. My father's prior law enforcement, and we happen to know a lot of lawyers in town. And one of them has been a family friend of ours for about 20 years, and that's the lawyer I use. So I get the brother-in-law discount, and I pick up the phone, call him, tell him what I need. He does it.
Yeah. But it's always good to have that on tap, especially you,
Absolutely.
lunatic. You're working at jobs that will kick your ass physically. You make sure you've got a lawyer on tap, buddy. No doubt about it. Make sure you've got that, huh? I'm talking about Sears right now, Chris. He's watching in the chat.
I figured that's who you're talking about because you just sat there and said
Yeah.
lunatic a while ago.
But anyway, yeah, man. Enjoying things. Chris, I'm so busy now, dude. I didn't take you to the last movie I went and saw. Actually, the tickets, believe it or not, the tickets were bought for us. We went and saw Elvis. And I think I was planning on buying you and your dad tickets, and it didn't come through. He didn't want to do it?
No.
Right?
No. All right. Backtrack, old man. Rewind. Okay. We had talked about it when we went and saw Maverick. And I said it wasn't my gig because Dad burnt me out on Elvis growing up.
Yeah, you didn't want to go. Yeah.
Elvis movies.
Gotcha.
But I would check with Dad, and Dad said, no. Dad's not big on going to the movies, first off.
Okay.
And, yeah, so.
Okay. All right.
And didn't he go see Matrix with us?
I think he did, and that's horrible. I can't believe we even fucking just.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
we were thinking that was going to be a lot better than it was. We had good intentions when we bought those tickets. We soon found out it was stupid, but you know.
The newest Matrix.
Yeah.
The latest Fantastic Four. Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance, which is hands down worst movie ever.
Wait. Hang on just a second. I got to answer a question here. Jordan Joe Johnson. My best stories, I can't tell you, my friend, because you haven't experienced anything like them yet. Okay? I was a bartender. It's a different thing. All right? Bartenders do crazy shit at the club, all right? We don't want to go there, man. This is a PG show, really. Okay? Let's see. Happy 4th, everyone. Yeah. Got you, lunatic. But anyway, yeah, Jordan's asking for my best stories. I'm like, no. Well, I'll tell you. You want to hear my... Hang on. I got a clean one. I do have a clean one. Jordan, my best story. Let's see. He says, so how is it getting chicks as a bartender? You get plenty of them, bro. I have 2 ex-wives because of it. You get plenty of them. That's what I was going to say. Yeah, I've had chicks at the club while I was working. I mean, it just happens, okay? And I'm sure Dallas can tell you those stories too. But my best story that is PG-13, I have to tell you, is about my favorite concert we had at the club, and that was Foreigner. In 1991, they came out with their I'm going to cue us up for the duo real quick, bro.
Are you sure?
Huh?
You sure it's not gonna be the Raid?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and do it correctly this time. What I did was I hit for the episode. I didn't go through the. I fucked up. I've got it this time.
And the master has become the Padawan.
Yes, the master has become the Padawan. He is needing guidance. Yes, I am.
Yes, like I said,
absolutely, I'm needing guidance. Guys, if you wonder what he's talking about, I introduced him to this game, and now he just is a beast, and I'm just a wannabe, basically. But anyway, yeah, it's up, man. It's under custom. Oh, shit. And it just hit as soon as I fucking backed out of it. Hang on. But anyway.
Yeah, because we're in a duo.
Yeah. Kiss my ass. We were in 91. Now, the place I'm talking about is Cowboys. Don has mentioned in there that he remembers Cowboys, and everybody does. I mean, anybody that's lived in this area knows it because that was the best club in town for a long time. That's where I learned my craft at the time. But anyway, we had what happened was Foreigner decided that they were going to do a greatest hits album. They did that, and they decided they were going to go on tour, and they wanted to test it out. And they booked 4 club dates across the United States, and Randy James got one of them. They weren't on tour nationally or anything like that. It was just a few club dates just to feel out whether or not people were interested in watching them play again. And I'm getting so... God damn, I hate being an acrobat. You get so fucking turned around. I was running the other way, man. It's fucking ridiculous.
PG, man.
It's fucking
PG.
stupid. It's
TV.
stupid. Why wouldn't they make you go forward instead of going the other direction? It's stupid.
Hey.
What?
You are playing PC Comics Online.
Whatever. Anyway, guys, the place was set by the fire marshal to be, 1,000 people capacity. We had 1,500 people in there that night. Not one fight. And Chris will tell you, anytime you're over capacity, you're going to have fights because people are going to bump into people and just get pissed. We didn't have one fight. Everybody was singing the whole night. It was Foreigner. They hadn't been on tour in forever, since the fucking early 80s. And what was killer to me was, okay, I was working Bar 3, which, Don, if you remember the place, when you walked in, it was the bar lining the left wall of the place. The bottom floor left wall. You had to walk the farthest to get there, okay, when you walked in the door. Anyway, me and a guy named Randy were working that by ourselves. We didn't even have a bar back. We just set it up ourselves, and I was the guy that, I was the service bartender, and he had a whole lot of people that would throw him tons of dollars because his family's been in real estate all of his life. So he had what he called the honey holes down there, and he would, milk those high dollar people, and I would serve the rest of the bar. And so we just decided, hey, look, just give us no bar back. We got this handled, And we split everything 50-50. Randy figured it was worth it to, for everything to be off his back and stuff. And I used to think, I'm leeching off this guy, but when I went to work at Denim and Diamonds, I found out just what I was worth. And but anyway, I'm going to get ice during the concert. Now, this place had a 3-tier dance floor, and the top tier was the DJ booth. The second tier was the stage for a band. And then the bottom tier was a huge fucking dance floor for country dancing, things like that. A lot of space, right? So anyway, the backstage area was right by where I went to get ice. They had a little tunnel underneath the second stage, and that's where the guys got dressed. They had 2 security guards on either end, guarding all the instruments and all that stuff, right? Anyway, thank you, sir. I thought we were still fighting there. I was watching the chat real quick. Anyway, I go to get the ice, and I see Mick Jones standing next to his roadie, and the roadie's holding his guitar. And I just stopped for a second, just looked, and made sure, yeah, it's the lead guitarist and the guy that writes all the music for Foreigner. It's Mick Jones, folks. I'm like 1 foot away from him. He's right over my right shoulder, and I got a bucket in my hand. I was like, no, I'm not going to say anything. I just went and got the ice. I come out of the room. Fuck you. I come out of the room, and what's going on is he's standing there by the roadie because there's a drum solo going on, right? And the drum solo apparently was finishing up when I come out of the room because he looks at the fucking roadie and says, I love this fucking shit. and goes snatches the fucking guitar out of his fucking hand like he owes him money, and then runs up on the fucking stage. I was like, holy shit, I can't believe I just saw that. One of my heroes just fucking amped up, enjoying himself, and he went wailing on that guitar. I was like, wow. That was either that or when I actually got to hang out with Sam Kinison on St. Patrick's Day in '91, about 2 weeks before he died. That would be the two highest points in my career as far as bartending goes.
I still have a picture of me and Saturn and X-Pac from Malibu.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I'd have gotten a picture of Lex, because I was his bartender, right? You know that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I got you, man. I got you. We got plenty of time. I got a supply drop for you, too. Go, man.
Nah, I'm fine.
Yep. We got you.
Talking instead of paying attention.
That's cool, man. That's cool. Wild thing. Yeah, you know it, baby. Let's see.
Who, what?
That place sounds awesome. Jordan Joe Johnson, there ain't nothing like it. Cowboys is the best place I ever worked. It was fucking awesome. I learned how to serve people and make money without stealing it. There, I mean, the guy that owned the place. Look, this guy loved his employees so much. He sat there and he gave me $500 out of the fucking safe one day because I told him I wanted to buy a house. I mean, this guy, yeah, he was awesome. I had an awesome boss. I went to, half the people I worked with, I went to school with. It was pretty cool. It really was. Really was. You still with me, Chris? Or are you going to sleep? Okay.
I'm good.
Just want to make sure you got knocked out. I just want to make sure you're not going to sleep on me or something.
Yeah, I got knocked out. I didn't get knocked the fuck out.
Okay. All right.
I will tell you right now that I met Joe in 1998 after my first wife and I split up. And me and this man worked in the bar scene for years together. And we would get together on our nights off over at my house and
do exactly what we're doing right now.
Nintendo, mainly Tecmo Bowl and Mutant League football. You
know it, man. Back then it was the Sega Genesis days, back in the late 90s.
Yep.
Hell yeah. It was awesome.
Yep.
You know what? I've got a Genesis that works. I'm trying to get. Chris. I'm going by Second and Charles every other day, trying to get another PS2. Because apparently we sold it during the big.
When you go in there, ask to talk to Sarah. She usually has blue or purple hair these days.
Okay.
Ex-girlfriend of mine. Tell her who you are, okay? And ask her to keep an eye out for one for you.
Well, I know where they put them out at. I'll tell you what. There's a place and yeah, I know the girls back there. I don't know them by name. What'd you say her name is again? So I could know
Sarah.
It? Sarah. Okay. But yeah, I just go in. I just go in and check under the counter and see if they're there. There's a PSP that I really want to get there because I've still got all my PSP games, man. You know, the PlayStation Personal discs that they made. Hell, I've got a bunch of movies for that motherfucker. You know, little bitty discs. Mudbug says, let's see. He says, Holy Cocktails Well, Bud. Sears, look. You know I'm cocktailing. You see the Corona with the floated lime? I had a Jack Daniels to start the stream. What? You know I'm cocktailing. It's my day off. What the hell? But, Don says, then PlayStation. You know what, Don? The first PlayStation I owned was a PlayStation 2. That was the first one I ever owned. Never owned a previous one. I never owned a PlayStation 1. PlayStation 2 was the first one that I owned.
Hey,
I
your
had a
girl,
Sega Saturn before that and a Nintendo 64. Those are the two systems I had before that.
Hey, your girl's launching a battle to overturn the result of her U.S. libel battle with Johnny Depp.
Yeah, well, she's not going to do shit.
The turd that is Amber.
The turd that is Amber needs to shut the hell up and go on.
That is a true Amber Alert.
That is a true Amber Alert.
Alert, stay the fuck away from her.
Please. All right, boys and girls,
Crazy
we're
twat
shutting
waffle.
down DCUO for tonight. We're about to switch to WWE. We're going to wrestle a little bit with the Privateer. I got to learn how to use him because I haven't wrestled with him yet. But, Chris, thanks for hanging with me, brother. I appreciate it.
Better.
And I'm fixing to get out of the game real quick. I will yak with you soon. Stay in touch, man. Let me know what goes on with the scope. Okay?
I will.
All right.
I will.
Look,
Like I said,
those
if
of
you
you
ain't
in the
got a handle, I'll give
chats,
you a holler.
I see you. I hope you stick around. I've got to take about a 5-minute break. You know how this goes. We're going to go ahead and shut the game down. And then we are going to do our usual thing. And you know what that is. We're going to come through and let you know that you're watching Joe's Atmosphere on Twitch and YouTube and all the other social media you just saw. Of course, what you're watching right now is Papa Joe Gamer playing video games, cocktails, and plenty of fails. Papa Joe Gamer up way too late trying to keep my schedule right for, let's see. Lunatic, my girlfriend says hello. Lunatic, when'd you... This is the first thing I heard about a girlfriend, man. What's up? How you doing, babe? You were with one of the hardest working men in show business right there. Let me tell you, that's one of the hardest working men I've ever met. You better hang on to him, because that's a bad man. Yeah, you're watching video games, cocktails, and fails. Papa Joe Gamer up way too late trying to keep up with my, schedule. I'm on my day off. I work nights from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., so I have to keep my schedule right. So I have a few cocktails, play a few video games, and talk to everybody. Jordan Joe Johnson, just to answer your question, my drink of choice is the Corona when it comes to beer with a lime and some salt. And Jack Daniels is my buddy. He's my uncle. He's my friend. Jack Daniels is my overall friend. But whenever I feel like I'm getting a little too full, I switch to a little bit of peppermint schnapps. Because, you got to keep your breath good for the girls. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So anyway, we're doing this show every Monday from midnight to 3 Central, 1 to 4 Eastern. That's in the a.m. And that's every Monday and Tuesday. And then the next time you'll see me is tomorrow at 4 p.m. with Joe's Atmosphere Art Live. The comic book continues. The Privateer, the guy we're celebrating today, July 4th. Well, actually, it's the 5th, but it's still July 4th because I'm still awake, damn it. So, yeah. It's a comic book that's 20 years plus in the making. I've been writing this guy for years. I have plenty of stories, and I'm finally doing the drawings. We're going to put this guy to life, and we're going to bring him to life and let you guys meet the original Captain America, the original guy, America's Pirate Patriot, the Privateer. You can watch that every Saturday, Sunday, and Tuesday tomorrow at 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. And then we've got, of course, the talk show, me and my brother, my younger brother, Highlander. You know him, you love him. He likes to have a good time. We get together and talk everything pop culture, movies, comic books, sports. I mean, all the stuff that guys love. We're here. We're here to talk about it. We're here every Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Central, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. So you guys take a break. Get your cocktail of choice, because you know when I come back, I'm having a shot, and I'm going to have a fresh Corona on me. So get ready. We're going to get into some WWE with the Privateer Wrestling. As a matter of fact, I will take you guys leave in the chat who you want the Privateer to wrestle, and I'll beat them up. I'll see you in a few, guys. It's good to see you. And if you have to leave now, until we meet again, keep on keeping on.